The URANUS, ISO 222, and XRP connection. XRP was launched in June 6, 2012, which makes it a Gemini coin. Hello. Okay. It's a Gemini coin. In 2012 was a dragon year. Who's the ruler of Gemini? Mercury. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. Now, in Vedic astrology, Eastern astrology, dragons have compatible other years or animals, and others who are enemies to the dragon. So the dragon has friends and the dragon has enemies. And there are planets that do very well in particular signs, right? So it just so happens the planet that is exalted in Gemini is Uranus. Amazing things happen, right? On July 7, 2025, Uranus enters into Gemini. On July 14th, 7 days later, the Federal Reserve, I need to abbreviate this, Financial Services, FinServ, adopts ISO 222. Now, I looked up to see when ISO was executed or when it was launched. Okay, and it was launched in 2004. That's a monkey year. Okay, that's a monkey year. The dragon and the monkey are super best friends. They absolutely love each other. Do you see how these energies merge and they have to work together in order to make this system just work, period. Another 7 days later, July 21st, XRP hits for the first time an all-time high of $3.56. Just 7 days later. The time that Uranus transited into Gemini, 14 days later, XRP hits all-time high of $3.56. Okay, so we have this thing that we love the X cryptos. X in Roman numeral, okay, in Roman numeral is the number 10. Let me write that here. X is the number 10 in Roman numeral. 2026 is going to be a 1 year. 10 goes back to 1. Okay, it's going to be a 1 year. So much is pointing to 2026 when it comes to crypto. It's not even funny. If you doubt the power of X, check this out. You have July 7, 2025, when Uranus transited into Gemini. 7/7/2025. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Now, 2025 is a 9 year. 9 always turns back to the same number. So if you add 5 and 9 is 14, but then you add the 1, it is the 5. So whenever you try to add a 9, just don't even worry about it. 5. So 5 is a multiple of 10 to the power of 2, right? Now here, July 21st, 7/21 was when XRP this year hit an all-time high of $3.56, right? 2025. You got 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10. Remember, we don't add the 2025 because it comes out to 9 and it's going to end up being the same thing. 10 plus 9 is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. That's the power of 10. That's all pointing to 2026. Right now, Uranus is retrograde back into Taurus in the 29th degrees of Taurus. 29 is the last degree of that zodiac before it goes into the next one. The next one is going to be Gemini. Uranus is going to go into Gemini, but not until February 4th of 2006. You see how 2006? Saturn is going to go direct on the 28th of this month, which is next week. You also have Mercury. Mercury is going direct on the 29th. So that's going to free up the energy. Taurus going direct is going to free up the energy. And then you also have Venus is going to get out of Scorpio on the 30th. Why Venus? Because Venus also has to do with money and love and all that, but she loves finances. And when she's in Scorpio, she doesn't like to be in Scorpio. Scorpio gets too weak, whatever the case is. So I think that after the 30th, but I think for the first week, between the first and the second week of December, the markets will ease up. We'll see the market going a little bit more on the upside. But if I'm going to put it out there, and y'all might not even like to hear this, but I just have to say it. We have 6 planets that are retrograding right now. 6. And that's what has Pluto in Aquarius in a chokehold. Pluto in Aquarius is extremely powerful. It's going to change. It's the age of Aquarius is going to change the world. Like for the next 30 years, we're not in the next 30 years. That's how long Pluto is going to be in Aquarius. For the next 30 years, we're not even going to recognize this world. When I tell you innovation, a shifting into one reality, into one timeline, from one timeline to another, we're not even going to recognize this world in 30 years. Okay. But what I'm saying is that meanwhile, all of these planets are still retrograding. This market is not going to move as we want it to. Now, when do I think it is? When the last planet goes direct, and that's going to be March 11, 2006. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of abundance, of fortune, of good luck. But now when it's in retrograde, it's going to have you, listen, take a look at your finances, where you're going wrong, what you could do better, kind of adjust your goals, this and that, whatever. I'm just saying, next year is going to be the year of the fire horse, right? So the snake, we're in the wood snake right now. Snake is the shedding of the skin, right? It's transformation. It's rebirth. And the snake is taking us into a fire horse. Can you imagine how fast a fire horse will run? Which, by the way, look at this. You think they throw this shit in our face, guys, because a majority of the population, I'm not dissing anybody, but they're blind. They're blind to it. This is why you have to always walk in spirit, man, because these people do. So ISO 222, the deadline is when? 11/22. That number is right here. Look, 11/22. It's right there in our face. Okay. Do you know also what happens on this date? Do you think that that's a coincidence that they chose that date? No. They have to tie to that. They have to tie their energy to particular dates as well. It's Sag season. Do y'all know what's the animal for Sagittarius? It's the centaur. Did I write that? Did I write that correctly? I probably didn't. Do you know what a centaur is? It's a half man and a half horse. Do you know what element is Sag? Fire. What is the animal for 2026? Exactly. The fire horse. They are telling you 2026 on a 1 year, 10x is the year for crypto to just fucking go off.